This is Jason. Are you at the hospital or are you at home already? Darn it, we lost him. Well, let's all send a huge congratulations out to Jason and his newborn. Happy birthday to my little buddy. Nicole, what's your son's name again?
Nasir Isan Taylor.
All right, and Nicole, what is your son's name? All right, cool. We lost Nicole. So, Jason, I asked the question: are you still at the hospital, or is the baby home?
No, the baby's home now. He came home yesterday.
Very cool, very cool. Well, congratulations. So happy for you. How many pounds was the baby?
8 pounds 9 ounces.
Ooh. All right, I love that.
Big boy.
That's right. My son was born a month early and he was 7 pounds 1 ounces. I'm sure if he would have gone the full term, he probably would have been a 10-pound baby. But congratulations to you. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys. Beautiful morning to you. Happy Monday. Let's go ahead and kick things off on the right foot. I am actually going to have Maria take us out on the field on this beautiful morning. And right after you bring us out on the field, I want you to fill our cups because Maria was in Mexico. She stayed the whole entire time. I came back a little bit early, but I know she is filled with excitement. And you could see—
Ready for school today?
You should see her, how she works the room, how she's meeting people, talking to people, and just making this a part of her life, because it is, obviously. So Maria, bring us out on the tunnel and hit us with some gems from what you took away over the last week.
Well, good morning, everyone. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm wearing my hat. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Fill a home, save a child. I am so excited. So it's Monday, right? So we're starting our week off. Let me ask you this question. Why are you in this business? Why? Is it about making money? Because if that is, awesome. You go and make your money. For me, money is the measure of the difference I've made in someone's life. So I'm all about connection, and I'm all about making a difference in the people's lives that I'm around, whether it's selling a house or giving time back. So that's what I'm going to start with this week, because I think we're ending Q1 and a lot of us are not where we want to be. So we have to figure out how we're going to get there. So what I learned and what I came away with is impacting the lives of others around me. And that's what I'm going to focus on. Yes, I'll make the sales, but it's for me. It's all about the lives that I'm impacting. So when you start this week, oh my God, start with the end in mind. Your why. Why are you in this business? Why do you get up every day? Why do you hustle to get that sale? That is what I want to leave you with and start you with actually this week. Okay, my takeaways. Legacy for me is a huge thing. I think pretty much every speaker talked about EXP, and it's, again, not about selling the house, even though that's the tool, that's the vehicle, correct? But it's more about the lives they can change of their family, their community. So many people give back. So for me, EXP is just not about a brokerage, because literally we can work under any brokerage. So why EXP? For me, it is truly about legacy. It's about making a difference in the life, my retirement. I want to live comfortably. I want to, do something different for my son's life. I want to educate my community about home ownership. The second thing I came away with is I just love my EXP people. I mean, we know how to party. Man, as you can tell, I'm a little bit hoarse this morning, and this is 3 or 4 days later because I was talking a lot. And I was hugging people. I was just getting to know everyone, and I have connections now all over. I'm already looking at Dallas. I've had people text me and say, girl, we booked. You gonna be there? I'm like, oh yeah. So it's all about motivation. It's all about connection. It's just, for me, it's awesome. And I'm just looking forward to growing this business. Here we go to 2 billion for Team Fast, and for EXP. Let's do it.
Oh, I love it. You guys, as we grow and in the weeks coming and the days coming, I really want you guys to get in tune with how to discuss EXP, because for a lot of us, we don't really know how to explain, well, what is rev share? Like, what is actually, because here's what happens. You guys are in our ecosystem, Team Fast. Then there's so much going on about the team and events and group coaching and early risers and bar camps and graduation and boot camp. So we're here a lot of the times. But what I want you to start thinking is really outside of yourself, outside of the team, outside of your state, outside of your country. There is so much that we can be doing on such a high level. And it really puts some things into perspective, right? I'm not in this game to sell real estate for the next 8 years. I'm not in this game to coach and help everyone. Obviously, I love to do that. I'm going to serve you, but my end game is to leave this business in 8 years. That's it. To be able to travel, do speaking engagements, to have left a legacy, to watch people grow, and to watch people build these beautiful organizations around me. Literally, that's what I want to do. So I have 8 years. I think I got the energy and the excitement for it. So Maria, absolutely love this. You guys, I'm on a call yesterday with one of my coaches, and obviously we have a couple coaches. We have a leadership coach, and I also have a coach in John Cheplack in the Cheplack Association. So he told me this, and I wanted to share this with you. Never suffer from amnesia as a human being. And let me share this thought with you, and I want to stay here for a second because I think that it was important. This morning, I put in our email to you guys, stream of consciousness. And I want you guys to feel these words, stream of consciousness. And why I said that is because I feel that in this group right here on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, that this has become a stream of consciousness, right? When you think about coaching, sometimes there's this misconception. It's like, oh, KPIs, numbers, appointment set, which is all important. Please, Danielle, can you mute yourself? Danielle.
Got it. Yep.
Thanks. So it's super important. Obviously, your appointments met, your appointments set, the people that you're going and meeting homes, like that is super, super important. Don't get me wrong. Well, I think the consciousness of what we're doing, what we're going to create, our intentions for the week, our mindset is even more important because none of that stuff matters, right? None of it matters if you're not clear here. Someone told me a long time ago, early in my career, that sales is 90% mental. And I was like, cool, what's the other 10%? He's like, it's mental too. He's like, this game is 100% mental. So it's like, I'm like, okay, so I believe that with certainty and conviction. So I believe what has happened here in this environment over time is it's become this stream of consciousness. And I want to thank you guys for being vulnerable, opening up, shedding some tears. Kenny got on group coaching a couple of weeks ago. He's like, dang, bro, there was like 15 people crying in group coaching. Not my intent. However, if you are living in a stream of consciousness, if our EQ is super, super high, what's going to happen? We're probably going to get emotional and we're probably going to get real with people. So I appreciate you guys. So let's talk about amnesia. And this goes for everybody on the call. And I wrote this morning because I think that it's really, really important. And it says, do not suffer from amnesia as a human being. We must never forget where we came from, our humble beginnings, our tough past, our trials or tribulations. We must never forget our roots. It can be the cause of your desire to succeed, or it can be the reason that you put limits upon yourself. At any time and at any moment, you can make the change that you see in your own future. And I believe that with certainty and conviction. So don't live in amnesia and be able to look at the past and say, what is driving you? Where have I been? Where am I going? Because it's okay. I'm a kid that came from the streets. I had nothing. I've hit rock bottom. I've been an alcoholic. I've been everything under the sun, but I never forget that, ever. And when you're challenged with this imposter syndrome, we talked about this before, for you to be able to say, you know what? I am this way because of the way I grew up, and I'm okay to share that. Some people want to shy around it, like, nah, there's no shying around it. I tell it how it is, and I'm okay with sharing exactly where I came from because it fuels me today. So never have amnesia and never forget about where you came from. Quick show of hands or a quick reaction below. How many people are still or have completed this book right here, Winning? All right, so all right, cool. 2 participants. All right, Michael, I love this. Rakitha, celebration. All right, cool. Cynthia, I love it. All right, that's Maria. That's 2 thumbs up. Sylvia, Clarence, I love this. Okay, I want to share this with you because I thought it was really powerful, and I want to kind of get your guys' thoughts on the conversation today. We like to think of winning as this glamorous, glorious achievement, and for those who get there, it is. But Very little of what you go through to attain it is glamorous or glorious. It's the reason why champions break down in emotion when they finally hold the trophy. They're not thinking about the ring and the parade. They're remembering the pain, the frustration, the fear, and the sacrifice, the loneliness. Everything that they endured and all the times they wanted to quit, but kept doing it, right? You see that all the time when people win the ring, when they're on the basketball field and they're on a basketball court and they like break down in full emotion, right? And I read that, I'm like, yeah, it's not because they just won the ring. It's like, fuck, look, everything that we put into this, it's finally coming to culmination. Then that's how it is for you guys. When you guys are making the calls, when you're going on the appointments, when you're making the text messages, when you're sending out the videos, and it's just like, oh my God, is this ever going to crack? And then finally, your offer gets accepted. And then, oh my God, that felt good. Oh my God, we're in contract. And then finally, clear to close email goes out. And you're like, I did it, right? And you get super, super excited because it wasn't because you got that clear to close email. It's because, God damn it, that shit was hard. There was times where like, I don't know how to fill this out. There was times where experienced agents were dealing with the toughest listing agent and were able to negotiate at the highest level. That's what they're remembering. It's not like, oh, I'm clear to close. No, it's like, yes, look at the culmination of all my hard work. But what happens? You started your circle, you started it, and then you close the circle of winning. Now what happens? It's a clear slate. You got to do that all over again, and you got to keep winning. And that's why this book has been so powerful to me. So I wanted to talk to you guys. I wanted to hear from you guys. I want you guys to share with me. Obviously, Maria's on a high. I know that you guys are out there doing big things. I'm watching your social. I'm trying to keep up on what everyone's doing, which is challenging nonetheless. So I want to hear what you guys are super, super excited about you accomplished last week. How did you win last week? Whether it was your appointment, whether it was a contract accepted, whether it was a new listing, whether it was something in your personal life, whether it was something with your children at school, whatever it is, I want you guys to share with me right now and share with your brothers and sisters in this platform. How did you win last week? So let's go ahead and start it out. Anybody grab the mic. Don't leave me hanging. Who wants to share with me how they won last week? And let's put everybody on. Nicole Penland, let's hear it.
Okay, I got both of my boys registered in a good school for the fall. And my cleanup events got recognition from Councilman Noel Gallo. So he'll be sending out volunteers and helping to promote my event that's coming this weekend. And I hosted Carmen's open house, and I hadn't seen that many groups in a long time. So I'm excited because I got a lot of leads to follow up on this week.
Oh, I love that. I love that. You got a lot of leads to follow up on today.
Yeah, today.
Today.
I've already spoke to some yesterday before the people started coming for the birthday party, but I still have some more to talk.
Cool. Awesome. Well, congratulations. Good stuff. Let's go over to Keelan. Let's hear from you, big guy. How did you win last week? And let's hear from you.
Hey. Great rising to everybody. Hope your week before were beautiful and blessed. I won my week last week. I finished finally a double ending close on a seat temple.
In progress.
And I also closed another wholesale deal as well. So yeah, that was my week. Oh, I picked up a buyer too and had a buyer's consultation. So yeah, my week last week was pretty great.
I love that. I love it. Momentum, bro. Kevin Magna, you had a big win last week, and I don't know if that's the win that you wanted to talk about, but if it's not, can you add that to your story?
Hey, good morning, Team Fast. So I had this deal I brought in August of last year. It's a $3 million house in Concord, and it was a 7-month escrow. And the last 72 hours of this deal almost fell apart. It took us 3 in-person meetings just to sign the purchase agreement in August. The seller had been trying to sell this house for 8 years. with 8 different listings, all at the same price for 8 years. And he built the house, and here he was 3 days from getting $3 million, and he wouldn't sign this mechanics lien indemnity. And my buyer was we were at wit's end. We were being like super creative. We were extending beyond my network here within Team Fast. I was calling everybody. How do we make this happen? How can we get around it? I introduced myself to 8 other title companies to understand what was going on. Is this normal? How do I get around this? And ultimately what it came down to is my buyer took on the responsibility, and because he's paying for the construction that's happening on site anyway, and we got this thing done. It was the hardest thing I've ever been through in this game, and it was also my biggest win. So to Elias' point, like, it was the fight up the hill, long and hard. And but my clients have they're forever, ever home. And I'm super grateful for the Zillow lead that came in 9 months ago and the opportunities that were in front of me. So thank you very much for everyone that helped me behind the scenes to make that one happen. And then personally, my daughter, she's in 3rd grade, and she's been just punching out her multiplication facts, and was coming from a place where, maybe she was like at the B level, had 20% more to fight for. And she took this test the other day, and she came home, and I opened the door, and she's running toward me, and she's like, "Daddy, I got 100%." And she gave me the biggest hug ever. I love that. That is why I'm doing what I'm doing here with Team Fast. Love you guys.
Yes, I love that. I mean, congrats to baby girl, bro. Congrats to you. In this book, Winning, it says there are 4 components of winning that determines how you'll manage your fears and doubts and make the leap, or if you'll make it at all. Talent, intelligence, competitiveness, and resilience. The resilience is what really helped Kevin get through. And when you got that moment where your offers finally close, or your deals finally close, like, man, that was probably a really good feeling. And it was a good feeling because, man, you have worked for fucking months on this deal, for months and months and months. He hung in there. He was resilient. And now this is his biggest deal in his career. What was the purchase price again, Kevin?
$3 million.
$3 million. Now think about how he can leverage this and how he can expand his brand. And now he has got his foot in the door in the $3 million community. Man, this is going to mean really, really big things for you. So congratulations, and congratulations to your mathematician at home. So no other hands have gone up. So I'm going to call on a couple people. Christian, you had your hand up. So Christian, let's go to you. Let's go. How did you win your week last week? Let's hear it.
Hey everybody, my name is Christian Gonzalez, and last week I had to have a tough conversation with my team that I was on previously, and I made the decision to join Team Fast, and it's been the best decision I've ever made in my life. And I'm excited about real estate again, and I'm ready to dominate, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So thank you so much for having me.
Love it,
Yes.
love it. And Christian, we're super, super glad to have you here. And what are some reasons why you think that this is going to be, or has been, a great decision for you? Like, what have you felt thus far? And obviously you just made that choice.
I mean, I was getting teary-eyed of you talking earlier. Like, that's how much of a leader you are. So I'm just really grateful to be here.
Christian, I'm empowered by you guys. And when we think about where we're going as a company and as an organization and the vision, if you guys don't know, $2 billion is the number that we're going to hit as an organization. But why and how? Well, we believe, Kenny and I and the rest of the senior leadership team, is that we believe in serving you guys first. And the $2 million is a byproduct of serving you guys at the highest possible level. Now, Kenny's never going to be the person, and if Kenny's on, Kenny's never going to be the person to say, "I love you guys, I appreciate you guys," but you know how he's going to show it?
I love you guys. I appreciate you guys.
Kenny's going to show, what his love language is? Acts of service and opportunities for the team, right? We think of acts of services, the offices, the environment that you have, the tech tools that Kenny pays for, and the opportunities with lead sources and go print anytime and all these new offices that are opening up. Those are acts of service. And so you guys, our number one thing is how can we make and enrich our agents' lives, make their lives better, enrich their lives. And if we do that, this company will grow and we'll hit the 2 billion and above. So Christian, we're really, really grateful that you've made this choice to join forces with us. I think that you're just going to be in the right environment now, surrounded by the right people. So I'm super stoked for you. And thanks for choosing us. Let's go to Dan Sunberg. Dan Sunberg, how did you win your week? Let's hear it, brother.
Yeah,
We
thank
love you too,
sis.
Kenny. We love you too, Kenny.
Yeah, so I had a pretty good week last week. Had a few wins worth reporting. So last week when we did the commitment setting, one of the things that I said I really wanted to do is hit 4 new appointments set. And I'm happy that I rounded out the week and managed to get all of those. My last one met is today, so I'm pretty confident that we're going to meet this one, but managed to get all of those. And then on Friday, I got final sign off from the city of Sacramento for a garage conversion for a rental property that we've got. That's been 9 months in the process for the whole thing. And so we got final sign off, we got our occupancy certificate. So now we're going to be able to rent the thing out and bring this project to a close, which is a very good relief. And I was thinking about that a lot when you were talking about all of the little, like the grind aspect of it. And it's satisfying, not because it's like, all right, great, we're going to have another rental, but because of all the work that went into it that got us to that point of finishing it.
And I remember seeing some pictures of it. That's a hard project, man. Like that is hard. And like the fact that he got the certificate, like that's all the small things that led up to that. Like winning is a process. Winning isn't like, oh, I won. No, it's like all the small things that we're doing. It's a win. It's a win. It's a win. It's like that moment. It's like, cool. Well, now I'm going to go on to my next project. And so Dan, congrats to you, brother. I absolutely love this. So for the people that don't know, share with us, how did you get those 4 people to get in an appointment with you? How did you set those appointments?
Yeah, so the kind of good thing was that it was a mix of different places. So a couple of them, sorry, it's one of my clients calling right now. I'll call it right back. A couple of them came from Redfin, which I get a lot of referrals from, and I really tried to make a commitment to just jump on every single lead that came through. So that panned out. I was able to get several leads through that and was able to set appointments from that. A couple of them were past clients that I had kind of had in the back burner and were running forward. And I really spent some time thinking about, okay, how can I, or not past clients, but people I've been nurturing, really thinking about, okay, how can I get some bait on this hook when I go fishing, and found something really tangible to help them move forward with. And so one of them we spent time getting pre-qualified. We spent a bunch of time on the phone with a lender, found her a specific property that she got really excited about. So got her to finally get her loan approval. And the same thing with another one, spent a lot of time looking for a really specific property to get them excited about and got them kind of off the fence and taking a big step forward.
I love this. I love this. You guys, I want you to get really, really in tune with your CRM, and you need to look at Follow Up Boss. You need to look at Follow Up Boss every single day. And if there is a client that has been on any type of site, and it obviously shows you their last activity, this is called Effective Situational Prospecting, EXP. If you see a client just looked at a home last night, and the last time that you reached out to them was Friday, that should be one of the first things that you do Monday morning. Hey, Dan, I noticed that you just looked at 123 Main Street. It's been on the market for 3 days. I'm setting up my schedule for the next couple of days. Do you want to see that property today or tomorrow? Right? Ask for the appointment because they're obviously in the store looking around. Now you have to hook them like, hey, let's go and see that property. The market's moving hot. Let's go and check this out. Even if they looked at it, let's just go and see the property. So I want to encourage everyone, look at your CRM, run a filter and say, go on, Dan.
Exactly to your point, that's exactly where 2 of the appointments came from, was Real Scout, of people who had gone on, they'd viewed a property 3 times. One of them had favorited it. And so obviously like that led into the conversation of just being able to say like, hey, yeah, this is great property over here. Do you want to go make something happen with it?
Perfect. You guys, it sounds, 101. Some of you guys are doing it, some of you guys are not. However, I'll tell you what, this is why it's so important with Real Scott as well as Follow Up Boss. You're able to think like the consumer and see their analytics and their behaviors and how they're searching, which is a beautiful opportunity for us. But then more importantly, you're able to act like Amazon. What does Amazon do very, very, better than any other company in the world? If you look at Amazon, Target, Kohl's, wherever you're shopping, they're probably sending you something daily. Hey, Kevin, we have a sale, 10% off. Hey, Dan, we have this. Hey, Dan. So they're driving you back to the website. It's the same thing with us. Hi, Tom, I noticed that you like 123 Main Street. 125 Main Street just came on the market. Let's go and see those two properties. Do you want to see them today or do you want to see them tomorrow? You guys, it's an in. You have the data and you have the analytics. So you guys look at that every single day. So great stuff, Dan. I love that. Teresa Davis, you had your hand up. Let's go to you. How'd you win your week last week? And if you can, please put your camera on.
Grand Rising. I can't put my camera on. I'm driving. Sorry.
Okay, no worries.
But
I can hear you loud and clear though. What's up? Let's hear it.
Okay. I wanted to share because I felt good about it. I co-hosted an open house for someone and posted to my social media. So I actually got a phone call about it. And I took my clients out. I met with my clients, I'm calling my clients, met with my clients, set it all up, started taking them to look at homes, got ready to make an offer, but we got beat out. But what made me feel good was everything I needed, I was learning in boot camp. So I felt prepared and I felt good. I was ready. I had my stuff all, I've been studying the offer letter and just everything. I felt good. I was ready to help my client. So we didn't get to make an offer, but I felt like I won because I was in a position to help my clients. I was prepared.
I love it.
So,
Teresa. And Teresa, being able to meet you a couple times, I want to encourage you to do this. I want to encourage you to make more video. I want people to feel your energy, feel your excitement, feel your enthusiasm, and open houses. That's an area where you're definitely going to clean up because you just have this spirit about you that people are going to gravitate towards you. So Teresa, good stuff. I absolutely love that message. I want to go over to the marketing babe. Daniela, you always have some great stuff to say. Officially welcome. This is a big deal for you. I know you had some wins last week. So Daniela, let's hear from you. And if you guys don't know her, I'll let her do some introductions.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I was not prepared because I'm just taking it all in. I'm so excited. But okay, so last week I passed my real estate exam. So your girl a realtor, baby. Yes, thank you. But I've been working with a couple of fast agents for, oh my gosh, like a couple years now. So it just feels like right at home. I hit the ground running. I was showing property with a mentor and I was just so excited and just, bringing it all in. I'm just super excited, but for sure check your the Slack channel, the marketing and tools, because I'm weekly, I'm going to be uploading some newsletters to give you guys tips on how to create content for social. It's going to give you guys trending songs. I've added examples so you can hear the audio and see the examples as well. As always, you can hit me up for any questions that you may have. So I'm just so excited to be part of the team now in a different way, rather than working with some of the agents like one-on-one. I'm going to be, with you guys and just to serve you guys in that way as well.
I love it. And Daniela, seeing as this has obviously been an area of specialty, if you were to recommend agents to go out and create one video today, what's something that you would recommend they do to get over that initial hump of, I don't like to make video. Oh, I'm not good on video. Oh my God, I don't like the way I look. Oh my God, I don't like the way I sound. Like, what's that advice if you were coaching someone to get out of their own way?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I hear all the time with clients, and a great example is Vivian. Vivian Ho, top producer. I mean, the girl has it going on. When we first started working together, she was like, Daniela, under no circumstances do I want to be on video. And I said, it's going to be hard for you to create the audience you want. I'm like, but we're gonna work through it. And now the girl is like, all our content is video now. What I tell her and I tell all my clients is you have to take yourself out of this mindset of, oh my God, I'm going to look stupid, or I'm going to sound dumb, or I don't like the sound of my own voice, because we're operating from a point of me, me, me. When we're in this business to serve, correct? If you can dominate a listing appointment, there's no reason why you can't dominate this little thing right here. So what I would say is take your mind out of it's all about me and put it into it's all about the person that I am serving. When you put yourself in this mindset that even if this video gets seen by like 300 people, baby, that's 300 people that have never seen your face before. And you are going to serve them in a way that maybe they haven't been served before. You'll be top of mind. It's going to make you feel good because, again, you're doing it for somebody else. So that is my number one tip. Of course, write something down. I mean, I still, write down notes for myself before I get on video. Don't feel like, oh my gosh, I don't really know what to say, or I'm going to start gibbering, whatever. Quantity is going to breed quality. So just get out there, get on video, serve your people, and serve them well.
Beautiful. Well said. I absolutely love it. You guys, we shouldn't have to belabor the topic. However, it's still it's a challenge and it's a hurdle for some people, which is okay. Right. There was a time 3 years ago where I was never comfortable creating video, but now I feel comfortable creating video because I'm just comfortable with who I am as a human being. I'm very self-aware, and it just takes time, you guys. So you have to start somewhere. Look at Dana. Dana had never created a video. She's like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what I'm passionate about. She's like, I actually am passionate about something. I'm passionate about travel. More views on that video than she had ever gotten before. Look at George. George is on the call today, and I want to call on you next, George. George made a video yesterday. I challenged him last week, and George, let's talk about this win, bro, because I think this is super important. And you created a follow-up one, and you're probably going to create even more. And I'll tell you what, George, your shit's fire. So tell us about how you got over those fears, and tell us about how you've been winning on your video content as of late.
Awesome. Well, first off, I want to say thank you for challenging me, because honestly, I was really nervous on more so what people were going to think, but I ended up getting a lot of great feedback on it. And I would definitely say I ended up getting over about 25 new followers since I ended up posting it. And I actually checked it this morning too, because I posted it on TikTok. And I even got almost 2,000 views on TikTok on my most recent video. And so one of the things that I realized too is I was only posting just car NAR facts and infographics to my Instagram story, and I was getting like DMs and engagement here and there. But the moment I actually started posting myself, I noticed people were actually downloading my video and then putting it on their Instagram as opposed to resharing it to their stories, which was pretty cool, because then I even got more DMs of people telling me like, wow, like I really relate to this, or thank you for putting this information. And actually my mentor, Hector, I shared with him this daily inventory data that I've been taking since August of a few Bay Area cities. And he was like, wow, dude, you literally should use this in a video. So that's where I got my most recent video idea from, was because Hector was like, you should put this data into a video. And so once I did that, I was like, oh, wow, like people, you can tell people what a seller's market is and show them infographics. But if you actually show them the data and explain it to them in the video, then they're going to be more receptive, like, oh, damn, this dude is taking down data and then sharing it with me and breaking it down. And then you're putting a face to a name, making it more relatable, because an infographic, people aren't going to really relate to that versus your face, your voice, and then they're going to feel some sort of connection with you as well.
Right. That's right, bro. And you know what? So let me ask you this, and this is the core of coaching. Like what changed, bro? Like, I know I pushed you and I challenged you, but like, what happened internally? Like, talk to us about that. Cause I could have said, hey, I'm going to push you, but like, cool, Elias. And then just don't choose to do it. Like, what happened internally? Like, walk us through like what happened internally and how you got yourself to say, you know what, I'm just going to do this.
Honestly, it's kind of like when I went skydiving a few years back. I'm definitely afraid of heights, but once you got up in the air and you made the jump, you're like, damn, that was actually fun. And I actually enjoyed making the videos after I made the first one. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and continue to make these and be able to relate more so to people that way. because I feel like I'm a very personable person and I have a lot of energy. Like I drink way too much coffee. I feel like Speedy Gonzalez sometimes. So why not put that in a video and share that with people? So it made me actually feel a lot more confident after I got a lot of great reactions from the first video. So it was like, what the hell was I scared for? All I needed to do was just jump out the plane. So
It's
thank
like,
you for that.
dude, and I appreciate you doing it, man. It's like, man, someone's saying like, oh, I always sing and I feel like I'm a great singer. I was like, well, just get on the mic. No. And then you finally get up and sing for everyone. And they're like, wow, dude. And that's how I was. When I seen you get on the mic, I was like, there it is right there. There he is. And that's the person you are. That's the person Carmen said that you are. That's the person Maria said that you are. And now the world gets to see your spirit and your energy, bro. And I tell you what, man, continue that. Give them follow-up hits, man. So love it, bro. Love seeing what you're doing and appreciate you being on the team.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, let's go to Colette. Colette wins for last week. And Colette, that was me on the freeway yesterday honking at you when you were getting off of your exit. She's like, who the heck is I was honking. That was me.
Oh, that's a trip. I just bought that car for my son. So I'm like, who recognizes me? I mean, it looks like my car. My car is silver SUV as well. But
anyway. I think how I recognized you was the hair.
Yeah. I was coming back from an open house. Yeah, I did an open house for Weston Means yesterday in West Oakland, and had a few groups come through, but I was just happy to be out there back in the business because the DRE had kind of kicked me out. I was one of the people that got kicked out. I don't know, accidentally, because I had done nothing wrong, but I was literally like locked out of everything for 3.5 weeks, trying to figure out how to get back in there. So that happened. So that was a win. And it happened right in time for me to go ahead and keep that open house. And let's see what else. Yeah, I got my son a car.
And you got him a Toyota that's going to run him forever.
Yes.
Good
Toyota 4Runner. Yeah. So used, older one, but man, it was so pristine the way it was maintained.
It's a Toyota.
Right.
That will run him forever.
Right. Yeah.
All right, cool. So the wins for the week: you held a successful open house, got back in alignment with the DRE, and bought yourself the car.
Yep.
Love it.
Thank you.
All right, Jeff, you had your hand up, bro. Let's hear it from you. I know you had a big day out at the park yesterday. I saw your story, bro. So let's hear it, man. How'd you win last week?
Yeah, so I had a good amount of wins last week. So the first one was where I'm at right now, the gym. Got in 5 days a week, lost 2% body fat. Stuck with yoga and meditation all week as well. So the dad bod coming through this summer. But also got to be able to host the open house. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for that opportunity. Most people had agent, but there was just one that said that they didn't. So that's the follow-up today. But it was just a blessing to be back out there in the field. Had the suit on, had Liza out there. So she was able to get out in the field as well. And then yesterday, I was out at the park with the family. We were just, it was the day off, go ahead and spend time. But as the mayor was driving by the park that we were at, he goes ahead and stops and he says, oh man, I recognize that hair. So I knew I had to come over and say, what's up? So It was like, oh, that's dope, because like my dad, he sometimes be like, you got to cut the hair. And I'm like, no, man, it's part of the brand. It's the brand. And it's like, I get recognition for it. So it was just beautiful to be able to have that interaction with them, have them recognized, because we interact all the time on social media, but haven't had the opportunity to talk. But it's still tough in the business right now for me. Like I'm setting appointments, things like that. And I haven't been able to get my actual clients out there, but you don't quit no matter what. Like one thing about me, one thing about you guys is that you never gonna quit on yourself. Don't quit on yourself. That is where opportunity leaves, is because you quit and you take yourself out the game. You can't get the opportunity to score when you don't be in the game. For real. Love you guys.
I love it, bro. I love it. And hey, we're all going to hit some times where, sometimes we're in that valley, but the great thing about Jeff is that he stays consistent up here and he does the work and he knows that it's going to come, and it's happened to him before. So Jeff, love it. Would love to see you build on that connection with the mayor. See what you can do, what we can do to support your community involvement. How do you get involved in a bigger way? How do you get on the local stage? How do you talk? How do you go to these things? Like, get your voice out there because it needs to be heard in a very, very amplified way. So anything I can do to support you and help you. We're going to be putting a Toastmasters group together at our Oakland office. So if you ever want to learn how to be a better public speaker, we're going to do those things for you guys. So Jeff, I think that since he recognized you, follow the fro, he recognized you from social, like build on that. Like, what can I do in my community? What am I not doing right now that I'd love to be a part of, man? Going back to Maria's initial conversation, like, how can I contribute in a really, really big way right here in my own neck of the woods, bro? Because your voice is loud. People love you. You articulate well, man. If you want to brainstorm any thoughts and ideas, man, I'm down to connect with you. Herson, let's go over to you and then we'll go over to Panise. Herson, how'd you win your week, bro? And if you can put yourself, there it is. There he is. There's his beautiful face. Let's hear it, Herson.
Good morning. I have well, last week, it was looking dry for my buyers. I kept following up, and this weekend, we actually went to go view homes, and we're shooting out 3 offers today. So I have 3 buyers consultation, offer prep Zoom meetings, and yeah, let's see how many offers we get accepted today.
That's right. I see you.
Thank you. For the Toastmasters, is that like our own personal Toastmasters, or is what's that? Or are we going to be a part of the Toastmasters club?
So Toastmasters is going to allow us to host our own meeting, but they'll have the mentors and kind of the people that help to structure the meeting come out. So then we know like what are the roles, what is the flow, what are the topics, and like so we'll be able to host it in our own space, but it's going to be based off of the rules that Toastmasters has.
I love it. I'm on that 100%.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So Panise, let's go over to you. Herson, great job, my man. Panise, let's go over to you. You had your hand up.
Hi, good morning, guys. Yes, I just wanted to say something. I woke up kind of late today and I was in a bad mood and it did not feel like a Monday morning. And then I joined this Zoom call and hearing everybody's win and everybody's like great energy and great attitude just totally changed my mood. And I can't remember anything specific that I would say it was a win last week. But I feel like just being a member of this team is just it's a win every day. Thank you guys for sharing all of your great experiences and just super, super excited to be a part of this team.
Well, you know what, Panise, we are sending you light. We are sending you energy. We are sending you positive vibes. We are sending you hugs and we love you. And you know, let's think about this, you guys. When I open up this conversation, John Cheplack said it to me yesterday. It's like stream of consciousness, right? When we hear what's happening, it's like, yeah, I want you guys out on appointments, but I also want you guys to be here and have this stream of consciousness that really puts you in alignment with who you are and what you're going to create for your week. So you guys absolutely love this conversation. Let's hear from one more person and then we will go full circle and wrap it up. Eleni, our tattooed realtor. I don't think I've ever heard you speak on this call. So why don't we go over to you? Tell me how you won last week and then we'll come full circle.
Well, Thursday is my exam date. So St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Every day I've been studying and like on prep agent. And so the master exams, I've been doing 150 questions over and over. And each day my percentage is just getting higher. So yes. I'm ready. I'm
that's
just ready
right.
to pass. Yeah, woo. That's my win.
Now, Eleni, where did we first meet? We met at a golf tournament last year, right? For Solano County?
For Aria, because I'm part of that team too.
Perfect. And here it is. It's been a year. So let's give her some good luck. I actually don't believe in luck, but since it's the Irish, okay, we'll send you some good luck, right? So sending you positive energy, positive vibes, love, light. And I don't know if you've chose a brokerage or not, but if you haven't, we would love to have you here. But I'm just saying, obviously,
absolutely. No. That's why I'm here.
All right, you guys. So listen. So a lot of conversation here today. Remember, as a human being, never have amnesia, right? Never forget where you came from, the struggles that you went through. Never forget that gritty person that you were that led to this maybe polished person that some of us see now, right? I'm always going to embrace my grit. I'm always going to embrace my street, always. Like I'll always embrace those two things. I can hang out with people from the hood, smoke blunts and drink 40s, metaphorically, or I can hang out with millionaires and talk shop with them, right? Because I'll never forget where I came from, ever. And I don't want you guys to ever have amnesia, right? If you guys were the kids that grew up with nothing, that's okay. I remember Jen used to say she grew up with her dad and said she could only go like 4 pumps on her bike in this like East Oakland apartment complex. Like it was gritty, and like one apartment was like a casino, one sold alcohol, one sold food on Tuesday. She's like, that was my community, and I'll never forget that. And she's like, as much real estate as I sell, I'll never forget where I came from. So never lose sight of that. Never have amnesia. Remember what it takes to win, and remember that this is a process. And once you close that loop, okay, cool, congratulations. Well, it's selfish. It's going to slam the door right in your face again. What you have to do is you have to work your ass off to open that door. This is a revolving cycle of winning and winning. I always say this: winning is living, it's breathing, it's conscious, and it's monotonous as fuck, right? You guys have to choose this every single day. And I know you guys, it's tiring sometimes. It is tough. I know you're getting knocked in the teeth sometimes. However, know what you are doing this for and always be in alignment with this. Let's do this full circle. I want to go around the room, hear a couple of you guys' takeaways. Tammy, hi, good to see you. How's the family? Good to see your face. Tammy, let's hear from you. Tammy, we go way back. She used to be with us at Climb Real Estate. So Tammy, thanks for being here again. What are some of your takeaways and the things that you're thinking of after today's sesh?
Hi and welcome, or good to see everyone. I'm glad to be here with everyone.
Good to see you.
And I do want to just encourage people. I did have a win last week that I do want to share. I have a listing and I'm grateful for the listing. And it's when I had it 2 days on market and received like 4 offers. And my client just decided, let's go with this cash offer. But it did have some contingencies in it, mainly because we didn't have one of the inspection reports. When I first had taken the listing, I told her that I want her to have a full home inspection, full pest inspection. So we have all the reports on file. So there's nothing that's not transparent, that we would not have all non-contingent offers. However, there was a city inspection report that they were behind because of Omicron, so we didn't have that. So she left that contingency in. Well, then she did like some further inspections and noticed that probably the roof needed to be repaired, a whole new roof, which is like $22,000. Well, the deal almost blew because my client is highly type A. And that's one thing I just want to encourage people is know people's personalities, get educated in that. So then you are wise and know how to deal with them. Yeah, social styles. Yeah, it's a good one. So the other agent I was working with is fairly new or doesn't do a lot of deals. Her buyer lived in the South Bay, so I knew she was aware of how aggressive the market is, and definitely the seller has the upper hand. But my client didn't care if the deal had blown up. She was ready to let that buyer walk, and she figured she could probably get more since it's been like 3 weeks since I've taken the listing. But in the midst of it, I was able to negotiate a happy credit where everybody was happy. And I really just stayed firm. I didn't let fear of the deal come in. I remained calm, my peace through it all, was able to negotiate out and really educate them all about, how critical this is. There's not a lot of inventory. She's got a great deal. It's an investment property. So I, showed her all these things and I didn't budge, and we were able to negotiate something. So I'm really grateful for that. But one thing, take away, not to look back and forget where you came from, but not also to stay in that bondage that you can't move forward. Don't let your past cripple your present. So that's important for me, where I really look at my vision board daily. I do the hour morning power affirmations, build myself up. And through that entire thing, I continue to build my client up, build myself up, not allow any negative to come in, remain positive, speak forth positive affirmations about it. So now it's going to close on the 25th. So I'm grateful.
I love that.
And there was also some issues there was some tenants in that property, and they're going to vacate at close of escrow, but there were issues I had to encounter with the tenants and doing a Matterport video and all this stuff that I wanted to do, and just overcoming them by staying focused and continuing to give the affirmations. So it's important not to give up and
Love
to stay connected with encouragement people. And that's one reason why I wanted to join this group. I've been at EXP since I left Climb. But I've been kind of on my own, and through the pandemic, really checked out of the world, in my own world, making my own business. And it's time to come out and get with other people. I'm doing well, but there's always opportunities to grow. And I've been in real estate since 2007. I've had many, many struggles over the year. Many times I almost decided I can't do this. It's not going to work. It's just, I'm not going to make the money I want, but I've never given up on it. And I'm grateful that today I'm getting more financial freedom and able to impact other people's lives and give back.
Love it,
So
Tammy.
thank you.
Love
Good
it.
to be here.
Well, it's good to see you. It's good to see a familiar face here. So thanks for being here. Thank you for sharing. Denise, let's go to you really quick. Denise, takeaways from today's group coaching sesh. All right, cool. Denise is not responding, so I'm going to go over to you, Denitza. Denitza, key takeaways from today's sesh.
The never forget who you are. I just recently changed my laptop background to like a picture of my parents and my nieces, and just looking at it every day just reminds me like who I'm doing it for and where I came from. I just want to like give them everything I never had, and it's just such a great motivation and reminder of like who I'm doing it for.
Totally. I love it. I love it. We got asked the question a couple weeks ago, like what was the biggest or the best, your favorite purchase over the last 2 years? And my two were taking my mom on vacation. Like nothing else. The material stuff doesn't really matter to me. It's cool to have, but it's like those two experiences and oh, Miho, and she's crying, like that meant everything. So Denise, I appreciate you sharing. So let's go over to one more person. Let's go to Jim. Actually, we'll go two. We'll go Jim and then Ophelia, you'll bring us home. So Jim, key takeaways from today's session, brother. It's good to see you.
Right. So key takeaway was, well, last week I actually was on vacation. One thing was recover from all the hard work that you're doing, take a mental break. Sometimes you have to ensure that you're healthy up here before you can, move forward. Key takeaway definitely is, don't forget where you came from, and also remember how hard you came and where you're at now.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And by the way, bro, where'd you go on vacation?
I stayed home. I, played golf, hung out with the kids. There was a lot of times where I'm focused on work and, the kids had no time. So I took last week to do that.
Yeah, I love that, bro. And they love that. That's how kids spell love. It's T-I-M-E. So I love that. Ophelia, let's go over to you. Let's close this out. Ophelia, key takeaways from today's session, and then we'll go get out there and own our day. Go ahead, Ophelia.
Hi, sorry, trying to the mute button and unmute. Anyways, so my takeaways is definitely the amnesia statement you had made. That is so powerful because that's who you are. That's part of your identity. And it's so amazing to where you started to where you are now and where you're going. So I really like that statement. And then your why. Yeah. I always forget my why. And when, I think her name is Maria, when she started talking, she was so passionate. And I said, you're so right. It's your passion will be a overflow to what you're doing, so it's going to be so rewarding in many levels, not just monetary. So those are my takeaways for today.
I love it, Ophelia. Thank you. You guys, never lose your street. That's my advice to you guys. Never lose your street, or whatever the street is to you. But for me, it's never going to lose my grit. I'm never going to lose my street, and I'm going to always keep it real. So you guys, thank you for being here. Let's go out and crush our week. Couple things happening this week that I want to share with you guys that are super important. Obviously, graduation for our boot campers. Looking forward to that. If you guys have a guest that you would like to invite, if you would like to bring someone into our environment, feel free. And if you have an agent that's thinking about making a change, we'd love to have them at boot camp. And then on Friday at 11 o'clock in Oakland, I'm hosting a live prospecting session. It's called the Roundtable. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to have different objections, listing or seller objections, buyer objections. You guys are going to choose one of those. And in the roundtable, you guys are going to stand up and you guys are going to say, here's my objection. And you're going to get over that objection with us in a group. Then after doing that for about 30 minutes, now that we're warmed up, we're then going to break out into different groups and we're going to start making calls like we did last time. So we'll have some fun with it. We're going to go over our objections. We're going to warm up. And so that's on the calendar. I'll make sure to create like a cool marketing piece for that as well. But Roundtable this Friday in Oakland. Looking forward to seeing all of you boot campers and graduation, and appreciate Cynthia and all of your hard work and everything you've done to create this program and pour into everybody. So without further ado, thank you guys for being here. Keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision, and go out there and crush your week. Peace.